and welcome back to Dicing with Death.
We were just talking about chemistry.
Yes! Chemistry of the ocean. So,
we find ourselves back in the cornhole.
Eric is shaking his head to himself as he settles down to go to sleep. He's exhausted. He's been up all night. He's been walking for hours. Fucking troblins, trout, fucking pieces of... God damn it. How am I supposed to... I'm running out of money. Oh god, I got some extra food for the day. I've got a rapier now. I'm not a weapons salesman. And, fuck it, I'll do it in the morning. I passed the heck out that night.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, I want to examine the rapier and see if it has any distinctive markings that would make it stand out. If it would be easily describable to another person.
Not particularly. It's steel. It's got a brass hilt and what's the guard that goes all the way around the hand?
The handguard?
Handguard, sure.
Yeah. It has a basket hilt.
Basket hilt, bronze basket hilt, and a steel blade. Appears to be well crafted.
Yeah.
You're doing this in your room the next morning?
Yeah.
Right. The smell of corn fritters wafts up from the kitchen below.
Rumbling. I head downstairs, shaking my head to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Find some better... I look for Tom. Is he around?
Yeah, it's Tom's wife ending bar this morning.
Alright, I approach her.
An equally rotund woman.
Hey, you must be Tom's wife, right?
Yeah.
Like husband, like wife?
Yes, indeed. I'm Merl.
Merl?
Yeah. Fritters?
Yeah.
She pops a plate down in front of you without waiting for a reply.
Why, thank you, Merl. My name is Eric. Met your husband Tom yesterday. He's a good man. Good old timey boy. Say, who runs this joint? Not this joint, but the town. Who runs the town?
We got the mayor.
Some mayor?
A mayor.
Oh, mayor.
And a sheriff.
Mayor and a sheriff. Oh. What's the mayor's name, if you don't mind my asking?
Derek.
Derek, huh?
Derek Cornwell.
Derek Cornwell.
Mm-hmm. Got himself a last name and everything.
Well, he fancy pants.
I probably already named a lot of these people when Qualnir was passing through town, but
right.
Anyone in chat remembers, that'd be great. But
I've been to Cornwall before? Cornbrook before? I thought this was a brand new village.
you don't remember the cornhole?
I don't remember the cornhole.
And all the shenanigans you got up to in the cornfields?
Oh, that was episode 1.
May well have been. Where's my... Maybe I should write some of these things down too.
Alright. So I sit there and ponder my course of action. At some point I'll call over to Merl and ask her how far the docks are to the south.
Could get there in a good day's walking. Let me double check for you though. Yeah, you could get there in a day.
Are they particularly busy? I hear a man named Eustace runs them.
nods. Getting more traffic these days with the roads being as they are.
Well, thank you kindly. Is it pretty much just road down to the docks and road up towards Seagate? That's all it's around here?
We're a one road sort of town.
Kinda like me. I'm a one lady sort of guy. Well, when I'm not a zero lady sort of guy.
She can't quite tell if you're trying to hit on her, whether she should be offended or not. What did I say the mayor's name was? Mayor
Derek Cornwell.
Derek.
Actually, let's be honest. I'm a zero lady kind of guy. Let's be square about these things. So,
she nods in an attempt to show understanding, but you see confusion in her eyes.
I wave her away. Well, that didn't go so well. I wonder if I could catch him on the road. He's got a day's head start on me now. He's traveling through the night. Is he traveling through the night? It'd take forever to catch him. I don't got a horse either. Wallace ain't up for that task. Fucking... Alright, I'm gonna pack up Wallace and head south towards Eustis and the docks.
Sure.
It's a day away, they say.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I make my way southward.
Okay. Pack up Eustis and hit the road. Belly full of corn fritters. And yeah, the whole world in front of you. Once again, the skies are clear. You can see occasional cloud, but it's still cold despite the sunlight. An autumn chill hangs in the air.
Sure.
So you follow the road south, the only road. After a good couple of hours of walking, you get a nice smell of the sea air. Salty.
Is it still flat area or is it rolling hills?
It's all more or less the same. Yeah, flat with some rolling hills.
Okay.
Very green.
I want to take a detour and climb up a hill to see if I can see all the way down to the ocean and the dock.
Sure, yeah. You can. At this point, the road has sort of pulled away from the river. So the river is some ways to the west. Sorry, to the west, yeah. Then you can see it flowing towards the shore. You see some miles away, you can see the ocean. You can't quite see like the shoreline, but like on the horizon, you can see the big blue sea. All right. Roll a perception check.
Oh. No, that's the wrong die. There we go. Another 31.
Nice. You do see a wagon and making its way up the path towards you.
How far off is it?
Maybe a half mile. Heading north towards you.
Was it pulled by a horse or a donkey?
Sure, with that 18 you can tell. It looks like an ox.
All right, I'm gonna head down. I'm gonna head back down the hill towards the road, and just kind of plop down on the side of the road and hang out and wait for the cart to arrive. How far from town am I? I'm a few hours from town. Yeah,
you're probably 2.5, 3 hours.
Perfect.
Okay. You're at this hill. Which side of the hill do you place yourself on?
I want to be down adjacent to the road.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna like go down and kick back on the grass near the road, put my hands in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Not wearing my armor or my shield. Before I lay down, I'll put my sword on the donkey as well. So I've just got my 3 daggers on my waist.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of wait for the ox cart to arrive.
Sorry, which side? So you're on the visible side of the hill.
Yeah. I'm like next to the road, right next to the road.
All right. The wagon pulls closer. You can see 3 figures walking beside the wagon or next to the wagon.
Are they armed?
Plus a driver. As they get closer, you do see that they appear to be armed.
All right, I'll stand up and give him a bit of a wave and kind of put my hands on my hips and step out into the road like an old man. Oh, hi there, strangers!
All right, the cart pulls to a stop, and a man steps out towards you. He's got a shaved head and a worn blue traveling cloak over studded leather armor. He doesn't appear. His only weapon is sort of like a chain flail on his left hip. So he puts his hands on his hips and says, "Howdy, you having some trouble?"
Just enjoying the day. Hey, you guys heading as far as Seagate? I've been looking for some company on the road. He looks
over his shoulder to the driver, and sort of looks you up and down. Where'd you say your equipment was?
I'm wearing clothes with 3 daggers on my waist. 2 on one side, 1 on the other.
Yeah, no armor, no shield.
No, but my armor and shield and sword is on my donkey. I don't know how visible that would be to them. It could be very obvious, or it might not be at all.
Yeah. He points to your donkey and the sword sort of jutting out. He's like, "Can you use that?"
Fairly well.
I'm looking to pick up a couple more mercs in the cornhole. Can't pay you now, but we'll be leaving in another day or so if you're looking to hop aboard. His other two companions are a woman in boiled leather with a sword and a short sword and a short bow, and a dark-skinned man, also armed. The wagon is covered. You can't see what's in the back. There's these 3 apparently mercenaries and a driver.
That is more than I feel comfortable taking on with 2 HP. I say, what's it pay?
I can give you 3 silver a day plus food.
Well, that doesn't really fit my needs. Good luck. Good luck on your travels, gentlemen. Good luck finding the mercenaries that you'll be needing to keep yourself safe on the road. I myself had to turn back. Got badgered by some little critters called trow.
Yeah, badgers are vicious. All right, boys, let's keep it moving. And they carry on. Hear a creaking as the ox cart.
I take a good look at them, because with back attack and my thrown dagger, I throw it +3. With back attack, that's another +2. They only got leather armor on. I could probably hit them, and with +3 to damage, I don't know if I'll kill them, but I could probably take out 2 of them before they had a chance to do anything, and then maybe lurch on them. I could, but no,
they're
no,
just
Neil,
mercenaries. You'd think they'd really lay down their life for an ox cart.
But I'd have to kill them
If you're
all, otherwise
lucky.
they'd alert the cornhole to who I am. You know?
Cornhole, are they a source of great power and authority in this region?
They are the only people I know in this region. I cannot afford to piss off the cornholios.
Alright. The ox cart curves around the hill and you lose sight of it.
My head. It's not our lucky day, is it, Wallace? Okay. We need to find a trow-free area to make our little camp. Maybe we should just head north. Let's head back to the cornhole, Wallace. Let's go see if there's any other villages between us and Seagate. I let the ox cart get maybe 15 minutes ahead of us before I get up and get Wallace all ready together and head up.
Okay.
Rumbling to myself about troglodytes and trow and goblins.
All right, you get back to town later that afternoon. No other incidents on the road. You see the ox cart is parked in the town square next to the fountain, and the dark-skinned man is sitting atop the cart, sort of sharpening a curved sword, looking kind of bored as he waits. The others are nowhere in sight. Where do you go?
Oh, I hop into the cornhole.
Yeah, you enter the cornhole. You see the other two mercenaries gathered with a few other men, laughing and shooting the shit in a corner.
Yeah. I look for Merl.
Both Merl and her husband Tom are working. Meryl's bringing food out. Right now, she's bringing a couple trays out from the kitchen to the mercenaries, and Tom is behind the bar.
I go over to the bar and say, "Hey, Woolly Tom, come on over here." Because he's kind of big, looks like he's got a lot of wool on him, maybe.
He doesn't look very amused by your assigning of nicknames. He helps the farmer with their drink, and then some seconds later slides over to you.
I give him the 5 copper for another drink, and ask him if there are any villages between here and Seagate.
Sure, lots.
Every day or so on the road? How far to the next one?
Long day. Yes'm.
What's the next village called, if you don't mind my asking? I don't know why you would.
Don't have a name on my map, it looks like, so we get to make one up. Does chat want to name a village? Ryan style DMing, cartography as we play.
Herp Derpistan?
Herp Derpistan will not fly.
No? How about,
I don't think Qualnir ever got a name for it, otherwise I feel like I would have written it down.
About New Herp Derpia?
You're not chat, Neil. Raekwon, that's a great name. You guys are gonna lose your naming privileges. Alright. Faraway it is. You guys are the worst. Not even that good of a name, but it's better than Herp Derpistan. I actually kind of like New Herp Derpistan. It's growing on me. Faraway, he says.
Faraway? How far is Faraway?
Faraway.
Oh, Faraway. How far away is Faraway?
Told you, long day. Long day on foot.
Well, that is a damn shame, because I already wasted half my day around here. And, my money is running out, Sir Innkeeper, man.
Okay.
Well, thanks for the drink. And I pack up Wallace, and we start heading to Faraway.
That night or that evening?
That day. And as soon as I finish
it's like late afternoon at this point.
Oh, okay.
right. Some of those
You know
other
what?
names too. I do need them. So we got a Glenberg, Breton. Do a Glenberg somewhere. All right. What were you saying?
I'm gonna turn in early tonight because I did get a lot of sleep last night.
So you are gonna stay in the cornhole again?
Yeah, I'll stay in the cornhole for another 5 silver. I'm getting broke.
Was it? It wasn't 5 silver, was it?
Yeah, it was. It's ridiculously priced. But I guess being the only inn, charge whatever they want. Free market economy.
I thought I told you that was 3 silver.
Oh, you're right. It was 3 silver. It's 5 copper for a drink.
Oh, copper for a drink, yeah. Which is not. Is that what is it usually?
Oh, I don't know. 2 copper. It doesn't. There's no price guide.
I typically say, yeah, copper is about $1. 5 copper for a drink. I mean, these are
like in Seattle or San Francisco.
Yeah.
You know, not.
Yeah, maybe you're getting the out of towner price.
Probably it.
They're like big, like 20-ounce mugs.
Okay, well that's fair then. You know, big mug.
Yeah.
We're not talking like, you know, a PBR in a can.
No.
Thank God.
Although I don't think it's like locally made, but it's probably worse than PBR kind of thing.
But I bet it won a blue ribbon somewhere once upon a time.
Yeah, at the annual Cornbrook Brewfest.
There's only the one beer up for Tristan.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I'll spend the night there and head out in the next morning. Does in-room come with food?
Yeah, you didn't have to pay for your corn fritters yesterday. You assume the same will go today.
All right, so I still have 11 standard rations then.
Yes. Is that yours plus what you nabbed off of the...
I bought 7, picked up 5, and ate 1.
Yeah, the musician that you robbed, he didn't have standard rations, but we can call them that. It was like bread and apples and blah, blah, blah.
That's not... What are standard rations if not bread and apples?
I have no idea.
All right.
MREs.
But aren't those dry or iron rations?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
What time do you get started? Do you get moving the next day?
I want to get moving early. I make an early night of it. Maybe I drink myself silly. Maybe I get a couple of drinks. I shouldn't drink myself too silly, but I make sure to down plenty of beer so I pass out early and wake up early with a desperate need to go pee.
Do you fraternize with any of the local farmers or the mercenaries?
Yeah, I'll chatter with some of the mercenaries. I want to ask them about the dangers on the road headed north to Faraway.
Sure. Yeah, the guy you were talking to earlier, the bald man with the flail. Fancy running into you again.
Well, no one else coming along the road.
What'd you say your name was?
Eric, son of Ned. Nice to meet you.
Eric. I'm Reach, and he extends a hand.
Oh, nice to meet you, Reach.
You say you're headed north. He belches loudly.
Yeah, headed north. But, do you know anything about this road? This is my first time traveling it.
Not particularly well traveled. Only get a caravan coming through every week or two. But political unrest, good time to be a mercenary.
Well, also a bad time to be a mercenary. More likely to get yourself killed.
Life's likely to wind up getting you killed. It's not a reason to not live it.
I'm just saying, no better time to be a soldier than when there's no war. No better time to be a mercenary than when everyone's at peace. You know? Well, nice talking to you, Reach. If the roads are safe, except for them damn trow. There ain't nothing up there that I gotta be worried about except for trow, right?
Well, Faye's a nuisance, but in my experience, it's the men you gotta watch out for. Not all of them got love in their hearts. There's a lot of disillusioned soldiers on the lam.
So, you find anyone to help you with your needs?
Yeah, we picked up a couple of good boys. You see the two mercenaries you saw the other day appear to have joined them, and they're all nearby, gathered around the table.
So, doing math in my head, that's a driver and 5 mercenaries now.
Sure. Although Eric was never really too good with his numbers.
True. It's true. Intelligence is one of his lowest stats. Alright, well, I'm definitely not robbing them. I'll pass out.
Yeah, before he does, he says, if you're looking for work, I can still take you on.
Well, I'm taking my time getting up there. If you can't pay me till we get there, I might bail off a little early, so no can do.
Very well then.
But
he turns his attention back to one of the local farm girls.
Okay. All right.
The cornhole gets actually rather packed and rowdy as the evening draws on.
It's fine. I turn in early so I can get out early and head out early.
Okay. You find yourself leaving town as the caravan is getting ready to leave. It appears they've gathered another wagon here in town. So 2 wagons, about a half dozen people milling about in the town square, getting loaded up. And
all right. Well, I want to leave after them then, and I don't want to be awkward and travel with them at the same time.
Okay.
That's just...
And maybe it's more. So I think you said you were leaving early.
Well, I was, but then they showed up, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to leave when they're leaving, so I'll wait.
Yeah, I was gonna. You can be there. You were gonna be there before them. Leave before them.
All right. I have some things I need to talk to Mildred. No, Merl about.
Merl. Mm-hmm.
I go ask Merl. No, we already talked to her about the local mayor.
Okay.
No, hold on. I was gonna try and see if there were some nobles that would travel around. I go talk to Merle about the mayor.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So say Merle. You said mayor's name was Derek, right? He hasn't got. Has he figured out a plan for how to deal with the Faraway problem?
Is there a problem in Faraway?
Yeah. There was some talk about land rights and dispute about where the border is. Something about coming back and taking back the land that Cornbrook took from Faraway. Heard anything about Derek's plan to do with that?
Nah, this is news to me. She sits down on the customer side of the bar with you. Things are slow. Reach is in the bar, drinking beer and talking with another young woman. There are a few farmers grabbing breakfast. Otherwise, pretty empty.
Well, if he ain't heard about it, maybe he should head up there and give him a chat. Or if he'd want, well, I guess I should probably talk to him about this. I mean, you're clearly no Derek. I'm gonna head up north, but I'd be happy to deliver a message on behalf of the mayor if he's got something in mind. Else, he should probably head up there himself and see what he can do about this place.
Far away, taking our land. You sure you're not thinking of Ashenholt?
Wasn't Faraway part of Ashenholt, technically speaking? I mean, the rumors I heard were the talk I heard was in Faraway. Maybe it was Ashenholt they were talking about, but all the chatter came from Faraway.
Technically speaking, though all hell's broken loose. No one knows who belongs to what. That bastard up there on his hill saying we owe him taxes.
Well,
Aaron or Duke or what's his name coming in from Seagate saying we owe him taxes. But
yeah, life's rough, isn't it?
All goes over my head.
Well, they say the only things that are sure in this life are death and taxes, and looks like this season taxes are triply sure for you. So, say, how far is Ashenholt from here?
Couple of days.
Past Faraway?
Nods.
All right. Well, enjoy yourself, Merl, and see you on the flip side. I guess if Reach is still in here drinking, then I'll head out now and get a head start on them.
Okay. It looks like
Faraway.
It looks like they're just getting the wagons packed up now.
Yeah.
So you hit the road?
I saddle up Wallace with all of our gear. I hit the road and head north. Head towards Faraway.
All right. You get out of Cornbrook shortly after dawn. Passing through farmland, fields of corn, turn ripe and golden in the sun. Gentle breeze blows. Another crisp autumn day. Clear skies.
All right.
As you head north along the river.
Stretching as I go. Find a more well-traveled area. This place is too podunk for a bandit of my caliber. We gotta head back towards closer to civilization. He thinks to himself. Let's head to Faraway.
Right.
Faraway is a long day away.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's it. I'll just go there.
All right. So rolls you some things.
I will be wearing armor while I walk, and I will have the shield on the donkey. So if anything comes up, I can hopefully put it on in the first round of combat. God knows I need the extra 3 AC.
Say that again? You put your armor on?
Yeah, I wear my armor when I travel, but not my shield.
Mm-hmm. All right. You walk for some hours. Eventually you pass that copse of trees, site of your previous hijinks. Day is uneventful. At this point, I mean, you passed most of the farmland. And there's no other travelers on the road. You're not accosted by any goblins and the like.
Good.
Maybe an hour or so past those trees, you get a whiff of something burning on the breeze.
Smell like something that shouldn't be burning?
It smells like smoke. Keep walking. You round the bend and you see looks to be like a burned, some burned farmland.
I stop and take a look at that.
Yeah.
Does it look
you
like
can see the remains of a burned out farmhouse. Out here, it's mostly pastoral land, so there's just the odd farm or two. But for whatever reason, this one's farmhouse is burned along with all the fields.
Well, if the house is burned, this was no accident. Eric thinks to himself. Someone came through here and burned it. Maybe the safer territory... Maybe down south is safer after all.
I turn around.
No, this will be good. This will be good. All right. Let's keep headed in. Let's see what's going on in Faraway.
Sure. Later that afternoon, you do spot a shepherd and his flock of sheep on a hill off in the distance, maybe a quarter mile from the road.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Continue walking.
Yeah, I ignore the sheep.
And yeah, eventually sun begins to set. You haven't passed any other travelers on the road. And a little after dark, you start to see a few more farms, which lead you to believe you're probably getting close to this next village.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Clouds start to roll in as the sun goes down.
Good thing we got to a village.
It's a little drizzly and overcast. No outright rain, but...
All right. I look for an inn. And,
yeah, you're not quite in town yet. Just a second. Yeah. But yeah, you pass by some fields and the sense of civilization gets thicker. Let me... Still fussing with my music.
Hate it when erasers get that, what is it, like a film over them from being out for too long, and that prevents them from erasing, and they just kind of like smudge everything. It's the worst. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do know what you're talking about. I mostly use pens these days, though, so because I don't make mistakes. Just kidding. All right. So after sundown, walking amongst these farmhouses along the road.
Mm-hmm.
See more and more buildings packed closer and closer together, and you eventually find yourself in a town square. Yeah, you have passed a few people at this point, milling about their business.
Uh-huh.
Farmers, and in the center of town, what catches your eye is a body hanging from a noose.
I stop Wallace and take a good look at it.
Stinks. It's old. Looks like it's been up there for a good long while.
I look around for a townsfolk, and
there's a number around.
Hey, you! What's with the body?
That's this old man. He used to live outside of town.
What happened to him?
Astrid's men came through a couple weeks back. Said he was a warlock and witch or something. Hung him.
He was a witch came into town? They hung him?
Nah, said he was a witch. They point to the hanging man.
Oh, he didn't say he was a witch. Someone else claimed he was a witch.
Nod.
Who all claimed he was a witch?
Soldiers from Ashenholt. Well, what they said anyways. We're all not really sure what to do with him, so kind of just left him there.
Well, I mean, if he is a witch, he deserved a hanging, right?
I suppose. When my sister got sick last year, he fixed her up a potion that made her well.
But did it steal her soul in the process?
I don't know. How can you tell?
Has your sister been acting different since then? She, complaining more than usual?
Now that you mention it,
Well,
he walks off, sort of muttering under his breath.
this doesn't look good. Then again, this might be great. I look for a tavern.
Sure, you can find a tavern.
Okay. Yeah, I make my way in. See if there's a stable on the outside to leave my donkey.
Yeah, there's a tavern with an attached stable. But I feel like did we name all this stuff last time? I don't know. Call it it's the Creekside.
All right. Cornbrook, this is Faraway. All right, I stable my donkey and go get a room for the night.
All right, I can be 5 silver, including the donkey.
Rumble about the outrageous prices in this day and age.
I think that's pretty standard for taverns in D&D.
Yeah. I still grumble about it because I've cut through half of my starting wealth. I started with like 100 and something silver, and I'm down to 58.
Well, you gave away 50 GP.
Well, yeah, but it's needed to be done. I'm supposed to be playing a character who's down and out on. All right. So I stay there for the night. Actually, before I go to bed, I want to ask the innkeeper. First off, what's the innkeeper's name?
You ask him?
Oh, yeah. Hey, buddy, my name's Eric. I'm passing through. What's your name? What can I call you?
Samwell. Can I get you a drink? Some food?
Yeah, please. Say, how far is Ashenholt from here? Just a day north?
He nods, but not sure why you'd want to go there.
What you mean?
Yeah, he looks you up and down. Well, I mean, they say things got pretty rough after the war.
Tell me about it. But what? You mean they got really rough in Ashenholt?
Sure. Well, you probably... Do you know which side you would have fought on?
I don't even know where I'm from.
You're from this area.
Okay,
and so the war they're referring to would have been the war you had fought in.
Yeah, so then I would probably have been on this side.
Yeah. And so basically, the bastard heir to Ashenholt made claim for his seat of power. And then the local... I'm trying to remember... Is a duke or a baron higher?
Duke is higher.
Duke is higher. Yeah, so the baron, the local baron up in Seagate didn't recognize his claim to the throne, and so there was war. So would you have been on the side of... So if you were just called to arms, you probably were called to arms by the baron.
Yeah.
Okay, and put down this rebel uprising.
Yeah.
And I think it was a long, drawn-out war, and never really ended, but they kind of ran out of money to keep funding it. Ashenholt was under siege, but it was never taken. And so as it stands, the the bastard Baron of Ashenholt, is still there, still controls it, but Seagate took back much of the region.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So that was like backstory retrospect. I forgot where we were in the conversation.
All right. I asked who the mayor of Faraway is as well, or who the leader of Faraway is. Who runs this podunk town?
No mayor, but there's a knight runs things.
What's his name?
His name?
Her name?
His.
His?
His. Sir His.
Sir His. Sir His. What a curious name. Parents must have been idiots.
Or just the DM.
Well, thank you there, Samuel. Alright, I got a plan. Ashenholt is a day north of here, Faraway is here. Oh, I also asked, before he takes off, I asked Samuel, what about the burned out farm to the south of town? What's with that? What happened?
Probably wouldn't pay their taxes one way or another. Likely the bastards, men.
All right, that's fair enough. Say, did you hear that that Cornbrook was claiming that part of their land, the mayor of Cornbrook, Derek, he was talking some big talk back there earlier today. He was saying something about getting some people together and taking back the land that you guys took from them. What land did you guys take from Cornbrook?
Not sure what you're talking about. I didn't take no one's land.
Cornbrook seems to think, well, at least Derek, Mayor Derek, thinks that that someone up here took a bunch of their land, and he was talking about getting some mercenaries together to come and get it back. Maybe he's all talk. Maybe it doesn't mean nothing.
Mercenaries?
Yeah, he was looking for a bunch of mercenaries down by the dock. Put in a word with some sailors if they, we should send mercenaries this way if they pick them up somewhere.
When was this?
I heard about it last night. Down, back at, the cornhole in Cornbrook?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's the mayor. He's been drinking a little bit. Probably isn't anything to worry about, unless you think the mayor's actually prone to violence. Seemed pretty upset.
Nah.
No? Alright.
I didn't know Mayor Cornwell to be a violent man.
Well, it was probably
best to keep Cornbrook out of the war.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't worry about it then. I'm sure it's nothing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Although there were a couple of mercenaries in the bar that night. I went to bed early. I didn't see what they were talking about when they were talking to the mayor, though. It's fine. Good night.
Yeah, roll a charisma check for me.
Nope, should be plus 14, so 26.
Okay. You go to bed early?
Yeah, I go to bed, well, as early as I can. It's already dark, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you said good night. Do you actually go to bed?
I go to bed. My plan for the next day is to park myself halfway between Faraway and Ashenholt, although I don't really know when I'll be halfway, so I'll just walk for like 4 or 5 hours. And then find a spot along the side of the road, make a little camp and then just see who walks by for the next week. And hopefully I'll find someone in a week or in 11 days that I can mug and steal their food, steal their wealth, send them packing. But I need a name. I need a bandit name that I can go by. So that's what Eric is thinking about tonight. What should I go by? Should I be Eric the Black? Should I be...
We're gonna have animal movement rates. Put in Monstrous Manual.
Yeah. Should I be Mr. Payne? What about the Masked Marauder? Or the Gold Freer? Or the
Masked Marauder. Is this in the... You're in the tavern?
Yeah, I mean, he's muttering the self thing to himself under his breath. Maybe I should call myself...
Cattle movement rate 15? I assume an ox is the same?
Sure.
Okay.
Call myself,
You said this is in the combat or in the common room?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So while you're thinking it, who should walk in of the mercenary company?
Yeah.
And as they walk in the door, a hush goes over the crowd. Why? Did the music stop for you?
Nope.
Push stop and it didn't stop. It's nothing planned. Try refreshing. A hush goes over the crowd as the mercenaries walk in and everyone turns to stare at them.
Give him a look.
Yeah. You gather that maybe whatever rumor you started may have spread. And the local populace looks a little freaked out. Reach walks in first, followed by 3 others.
I kind of turn away from them and try and hide my face. I don't want to be recognized by them if possible.
All right. Who stopped the party? Shouts Reach. Yeah, the woman next to him says, it's awfully dreary in here. Barkeep, says Reach. Round of ales for my men. Yes, sir. And ales are fetched.
I
Silence
lean over to
evolves into hushed whispers.
I lean over to the table next to mine, say something to the effect of, "Do you think it's them?"
Is that the mercenaries from Cornbrook?
I saw them in Cornbrook. I don't know what they're doing here, though. Should
The
someone go get Sir His?
guy's wife at the table and says, wait, those you saw them? Those are the ones you saw?
I saw some of them there. Should someone go get the knight?
Yeah, they look armed. Like a whisper passes through, and a few people do get up and leave.
I ask someone, where does the knight live? I'll go get Sir His.
His house it's the biggest. It's on a small hill just out the main stretch of town.
I nod and I kind of
A couple hundred feet.
I keep my head ducked
east.
as I walk out the front door.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to avoid
Okay.
being seen by the mercs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna make for the mercenaries, the knight's house.
Sure.
That will be an interesting one. Okay.
All right. Under cover of darkness, you make your way to the Knight's Manor on the outskirts of town. Follow a small path that cuts off from the road. It's pretty obvious. It's only a couple hundred feet outside of town. Small hill with it's a modest sized house on top. Nothing. You'd hardly call it a manor, but hey.
Now, if I go tell this knight about some mercenaries in there, and if I perpetuate the story, he'll go down there and figure out the truth of it, and that's not going to play out well for me. So I don't think I can actually inform him. I don't think there's any lie I could tell him that would get him to attack those people unannounced, and even if I did, that wouldn't help me at all. So I think I'm just going to save face and disappear.
You've already paid for a room for the night. Do you slip back into the bar and go to bed, or?
I don't know. Eric's life is not going according to plan. Everything he does falls apart.
Yeah, kind of a crappy bandit. I don't know if you're allowed to come up with a bandit name until you actually successfully rob someone.
I got a backpack, okay? I got 5 days worth of food. That's worth almost 3 gold. That is...
Fair enough.
Not worth anything. What does...
Shall we take a break and
yeah,
pick up the pieces?
Why don't we do that?
Last segment.
See you guys on the other side of our break. Bye-bye.